Hi, welcome to this GVL demo session. In this demo, we'd like to introduce you to the new Genomics Virtual Lab. I'm Nuwan Gunasekara, and I'll be presenting this demo along with my colleagues Enis Afghan and Alexandru Mahmoud. We are going to take a very hands-on approach. You can refer to this video and follow along at your own pace to try the GVL out for yourself. All three of us will be seated at the demo tables, and you're welcome to join a free table and follow along or ask questions about any aspect of this demo. In addition, we'd like to invite you to join two upcoming talks that provide more details about the GVL. One of these talks, titled the All-New Genomics Virtual Lab, will cover the history and evolution of the GVL and where it's heading. The second of these talks is titled The Cloud Native Galaxy, Galaxy on Kubernetes, and we'll dive into some technical details for administrators and deployers. Both of the talks are linked in the whiteboard on Remo. So without further ado, let's start off with this demo. So firstly, what is the GVL? The GVL started sometime in 2012 and provided a mechanism for getting access to a suite of popular bioinformatics apps on the cloud, with the main offering being Galaxy. Today, the GVL has evolved significantly from what it was. Today, it represents a collaborative platform for performing bioinformatics analysis on the cloud. You can still continue to get access to Galaxy and a curated suite of best practice genomics applications, but the GVL also makes it much easier to access the software and collaborate in a natural project-based structure. Gone is the need to launch your own GVLs, and instead you can get one-click access to a hosted server. To get access to this demo, first let's navigate to this URL, bit.ly BCC2020 GVL. This is also linked on the Remo whiteboard, so feel free to copy it from there. And this will take you to a spreadsheet. As we mentioned, the GVL is structured in a project-based structure. So the first thing we are going to do is to select a free project that we can use. So we have pre-created some projects for this demo, and you can select one of the free projects and use them. So there is a claim by column. Just add your name there to claim the project for yourself. I'm going to claim the first one, Team Zero. And your username to log in will be team0-user, and this will be your password. So we are going to log in as a non-administrative user first into the project, and then we are going to log in as an administrative user into the same project and see the differences in options that you get. So once you've claimed this project for yourself, at the very top of the spreadsheet, there is a GVL access link. Click that, and it will take you to the GVL. And I'm then going to log into the GVL using the username here, team0user, and the password is also in the spreadsheet. So once I log in, we will be taken to, we will first ask to change the password. So I'm going to change the password to set any password you prefer. And once we've submitted our password, we will be taken to the GVL homepage. So the first thing you see is that you have been logged in as that user, and you have a whole suite of applications here, Galaxy, Jupyter, and so on. So, and you can also see that you are now a part of Project Zero, or Team Zero, sorry. And you can, so you're seeing the view of a project member in this particular project. Now let's look at how we can get some data into the GVL so that you can analyze it. So the first thing we're going to do is to click the data browser link. This will take you to a file and folder view of your data. So navigate to projects, current. And here, the project's current folder always represents the data storage location for your active project. And here we're going to upload some files. So to get some data, go back to the spreadsheet, and there is some demo data here. Click the link to download it to your computer. So we're going to upload that demo data from your local computer to the GVL. So assume that it was already on your machine, and we are now going to go back to the data browser and click the plus button to upload some files. So I have my downloaded data here, the tar gzip file, and I'm going to upload that to the GVL. Now that we've got our data into the GVL, let's see how we can do something with this data. So as you can see, it's in the project's current folder. So let's first extract this data. So to do that, I'm going to go into another app just to show you how you can switch between apps in the GVL. And let's go into the command line app. So you can go into the command line app in two ways. You can either click the terminal from within the data browser itself. All the apps are linked there. Or you can go into the command line terminal from the GVL start page. So let's do that. And from within the terminal, let's see how we can extract these files. So I'm going to list the current folder. As you can see, it's the starting folder is GVL project, GVL. So let's change into the projects folder. And as you can see, it's the same folder structure, and you can see the data we uploaded is also shared to, or it's common to all apps. So this GVL project's current folder is private to your project. It can't be seen by users of other projects, and only your team members in the project can see it. And also there is a corresponding GVL public, which is shared across all projects and visible to all users in the GVL. So first, let's extract this file. So now that we've extracted it, let's see how we can run this. We see an R script here. Let's see how we can run that R script from within RStudio. To get to RStudio, let's go back to the GVL start page and click the RStudio link. RStudio will open up in a short while. And once it does, you can once again see that there's the same familiar project structure. So go into your current GVL project's current, and you can see the data that we extracted. And we're going to select the R file, go to code, run region, and run all. And we can see that the R script ran. And when we press the refresh button on the RStudio file pane, you can see that it generated some new data sets. Next, let's see what the administrative view looks like for a project administrator. So to log in as a project administrator, let's go back to the GVL start page. I'm going to log out. And I'm going to log back in as a project admin. So to get the project admin username and password, let's go back to the spreadsheet, and you have the administrator's username here. I'm going to type that in, and I'm going to type in the administrator password. And let's close these browser tabs because we're no longer using them, and log in as the administrator. So I'm going to click login now, and that will bring up the administrator's view of the GVL. So as an administrator of this project, the first thing you might notice is that you have an add application button. And clicking this button allows you to add or remove running applications from the project. So anything you don't need or you can remove. You can also reconfigure applications and change the settings. So for example, right now we only support Galaxy, but if you go into Galaxy, if you click these three dots and select settings, you can change. You can see here all the Galaxy configuration files, and you can change any of them. And we'll see in a second how we can apply a new settings to a running Galaxy instance. First, let's go into Galaxy. So when Galaxy starts up, you can see that you're already logged into Galaxy. And you can also see that you have the admin tab available to you. But what we can do is we can now try to change some settings. We're going to change the brand here. So let's go back to Galaxy or the GVL start page and select settings. And I'm going to add a new setting and apply that setting. And behind the scenes, the GVL will roll out an update for Galaxy. So you can continue to use Galaxy while the update is being rolled out. And it's a transparent zero downtime upgrade. But the advantage is that you get a production quality or production grade settings to manage Galaxy so that your users are not affected as you change or reconfigure the application. So it takes a bit of time for the update to roll out, but if we refresh, if you refresh the page now, we can see that the change settings have applied. It might take a little bit of time, so give it the time. It might take about 3 minutes for the update to roll out, but you can continue to use Galaxy in the meantime. So I hope that this some additional settings that we can do is, for example, if we didn't like that, we can in fact roll back the configuration changes that we made. So if I click the rollback button, it will roll back those changes and you will revert to the previous settings in a short while. So these are just a preview of some of the capabilities that the GVL has. There are additional capabilities that are suitable for administrators and deployers, like, for example, the ability to scale the GVL. You can deploy the GVL on multiple clusters. But one of the key differences from previous versions of the GVL is that we think it's better for the GVL to be an institutionally managed resource. So rather than users launching their own GVLs, we are encouraging a model where institutions can deploy GVLs and users can simply log in and start using it, just like we saw here, without having to go through the process of launching or configuring settings on a cloud, which is often an administrative task. So hope you enjoyed this demo, and if you have any questions, we are happy to answer them.